Hi Greenly viewers. Today I'm in my daughter's bedroom and we are just finishing up a painting project in here. We repainted her entire bedroom, and I did recently put up a blog post on Greenly about all the ways we tried to make this a environmentally friendly painting project, but I know sometimes people like to rent the movie versus reading the book, so I thought I would do a really quick video post just kind of highlighting the things that we did and give you a few tips on how to paint it green. So we went to the hardware store and finally decided on a paint color, and it kind of hit me that there was probably a better paint to choose and better ways to clean up, better meaning more environmentally friendly ways to get the project done. So doing a little bit of research, learned that many paints have something in them called VOCs, or volatile organic compounds. Yikes, sounds scary. Which once you paint and they start to evaporate, the gases that are let off can cause some harmful effects, dizziness, nausea, lots of other potentially scary things, may or may not happen. But so I figured, let's go with something that's a little bit safer. In addition, those kind of gases that get let off can pollute the indoor air in your house, as well as get outside and potentially pollute outdoor air as well. So anyway, just to be safe, I went ahead and found a paint that had 0 VOCs. Now the EPA has a standard that paints must meet, and so we painted with 2 paints, one of which was a chalkboard paint, which when I checked out the back before it had paint all over it, meets the minimum standard that the EPA recommends for the amount of VOCs in paint. So that one we went with because we had to paint a chalkboard. That was one of the criteria for redoing the room. So we went with that paint, and then for the paint on the other 3 walls, which is white, I was able to find this Benjamin Moore Natura paint. It was the only low or no VOC paint available at the hardware store we went to. Now apparently there are some other even safer paints that are milk-based. Didn't have those at the hardware store, and to be honest, this is a no VOC paint, and so I was happy with that. It did cost a little bit more. I think it was $6 to $8 more than sort of the next kind of quality paint available. So I went ahead and splurged. I just needed a gallon. So this is 0 VOCs. The other thing about VOCs is that sometimes the tint that you put in the paint, so this is the base, had no VOC. The tint itself also had no VOC. So we end up with a no VOC paint, also with the tint in it. So we went with that. We did prime before, and so can't read the label now because we're sloppy painters, but this was also a no VOC primer. So it's the same brand, the Benjamin Moore. So we went with both of those. It doesn't smell at all. Covers great. I've painted with lots of other paints that I'm sure had tons of VOCs in it, so it covered well. It was just like painting with regular paint. Cleanup was really easy. Since it's water-based paint, we were able to just use water, and an eco-friendly sort of dish soap is all we needed to clean the brushes and everything else. Another way that we sort of went a little more environmentally friendly was we used an aluminum reusable paint tray. So this we just washed out a couple of times, and we'll reuse it when we paint next, instead of the plastic liners that are probably going to go into the trash that can't be recycled. So we just went with the reusable and cleaned that out. This also cleaned up really easy because the paint was water-based. So in talking about cleaning up, that's how we washed everything. And these cans still have paint in them. One of our chalkboard paints, we did actually use the whole can. So probably your division of solid waste in your community would prefer that you not just pour paint down the drain. In our county where we live, they ask that you, if you have paint left over in cans, you leave the top off, let the paint dry in the can, and then you're actually able to put it in the trash can. That's for water-based paints. There's a drop-off for us for hazardous waste, which includes oil-based paints. So we can drop those off at our local solid waste transfer station. So that was kind of it. It was just a couple tweaks to what we would normally do. So we went with the low VOC paint, which cleaned up really easy. We went with the reusable paint tray. our cans that have a little bit of paint, we're going to let those dry and then put those in the trash, which actually are going to get recycled through our county. They're going to pick those up, burn the cans, and take the remaining metal from the ash and recycle that. So that was a bonus. I didn't know they did that. Anyway, so just real quick tips, really easy things that we just tweaked a little bit to make the painting project a little more eco-friendly. Hopefully that's helpful, and if you want more details, you can definitely read the whole blog post on greenily.co. Great, thank you.